Alright guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is 5th of July and I'm gonna go through the pairs just like yesterday. By the way, I bought some new equipment, microphone specifically. Hopefully they sound better. If I don't, let me know. Alright, so if you've seen my first video, which I hope you have, you should be familiar with my method. Currently I'm testing 3 different strategies. Gonna do that by just marking entries and exits for about a month and get some statistics, see which is the best. One is my strategy, the other one from this YouTube guy team, and the other one is simple bounce of support and resistance levels with hedging. We'll get to that later. All right, let's go through the pairs quickly. USD JPY. My strategy, there's nothing yet. You could say it's building up a resistance zone. But since there's nothing to the left of it to support this zone, it's very hard to decide whether it's going to bounce from here or just going to simply break and continue. So I will just stay away from this pair for now. So this is team's method. You can see the entry from yesterday, yesterday's video. And it looks like it's hitting the stop loss. So it didn't really bounce, and I might end up entering a buy hedge for the second strategy. USD CHF, this was mine, and I closed this yesterday at break even. So what happened? I entered after this strong bearish trend for a continuation. It did not occur, and the price bounced up, closed opposite to the direction, and I waited the next day. Price came down. Let's maybe zoom in a little bit here. You can see this tail of yesterday. Price came down, and then it closed the break even. That's one of my rules for risk management, which good thing we did, I suppose. All right, moving on next, ADCHF. Yeah, so team's method is inside here, already explained for today, but for now, currently in this entry here, which is turning against me, we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. I had a winner one time, and this one's also my strategy. That anything can happen from now till you're close. So AUD and ZD. This is mine. It's reaching TP. I should have entered yesterday here, but I did not. Actually, I should have entered this morning here, but I slept over. So this thing, candles opens 7:30 my time, which is Sydney time. Gotta get up earlier. So assuming that I could get up, I'll be entering here regardless. The stop loss behind the wick of this strong candle. Now, I don't have a rule that says, okay, you got a strong candles, but you've got wicks. What about that? Shows sign of rejection. But I've seen way too many pushes. I mean, look at here, big wicks, follow through next day, big wicks, bigger follow through. So wicks doesn't necessarily mean anything unless it is the right location. That's why I only pay attention to the body. If the body is strong, that shows a momentum, and then there'd be a 50% chance of follow through the next day. Just happening here. My one-on-one, 1-to-1 would be hasn't reached yet. But we'll see. Just Copy and paste. The first one's mine, the second one's my strategy as well. I'll try to wake up early tomorrow and make a video for the next candle opening. AUD CAD. Alright, so this hasn't reached yet. Now, I wouldn't enter on this or the previous candle. These are not strong enough. All you need to do, basically have a look at the previous candles. You can see strong candle, tiny one, not showing much momentum. Same here, these are not showing much momentum, so it doesn't really fall into my strategy. The second strategy with the hedging, we sold here under the assumption that strong resistance zone breakout, retest, bounce did not occur. Looks like we're gonna enter hedge. So we're gonna revisit that some other time. AUD USD. Alright. So it's moving in my direction, not bad, but looks like we're facing some sort of rejection here. If we cannot break through, if this candle closes back here, I'll wait for it closes into the red. I'll wait for tomorrow for a week to close the positions as close as possible to the break-even point. Definitely have to wake up 7 in the morning. Okay. Moving on, New Zealand CAD. Alright, so this is going through yet again. So I've entered this first one on this strong candle. So my second position was here. So after this one closed bullish, you can see this is a strong candle, and I entered at the open of yesterday's candle. So both have hit take profit. So that let's copy that. Make sure there's two labels. Those are both mine. Now today I did not wake up on time. So assuming I did, since this is just for testing purposes, there's a whole lot of discipline involved when I go live and trade for the actual money. 1 to 1 is that here. We barely reached it, pretty close. Let's see what happens by the end of the day. And if this one closes strong as well, then tomorrow we'll be entering another one up to this zone, because not into this zone. This zone can show a bounce. It's just not sensible. Or the probability, the likelihood of a bounce exists, so there's no reason to enter into the zone. But tomorrow should be okay. We can go one more candle up, maybe. New Zealand CHF. Similarly here. There. Positions both are closed now. And I should have entered this as well, because this is a strong candle, so we'll be entering here. Go with the candle and get one-on-one before the zone. That's good. Now this can bounce way before it reaches the zone, but it can also go all the way to the zone. 50-50. We'll see how it goes. Label this one as well. New Zealand USD. I'll enter the one here. Now this is a strong candle as well, so I should be entering, but I think our TP is gonna run into this zone. It's way too close. So if I were to enter here, stop loss below the body, 1-on-1 would be right there. It might work, but it's more likely it won't. So yeah, let's see this out. Okay. No trades here. New Zealand JPY. Yeah, there's definitely a trade here. It's already closed, and strong candle continues. Looks like I missed entry here yesterday, but we enter here. and just below and the aim for a one-on-one. Yeah, nobody knows how far the push goes. I mean, look at this, for crying out loud, this is insane. Basically 1 week in a row, stop up, it's moved. There's a 400 pips. Right. And we'll see how this goes. If this goes in red, and tomorrow we'll wait for a week up. If we can get a week, we close it as close to the break-even point as possible. Yeah, we'll revisit this tomorrow. Euro GBP. I'm gonna go back and put this label. Euro GBP. I have already closed this here at break-even. Closed against me. For this entry here. Closed against me. Next day open. Pushed to the break-even, and I closed it. Which is unfortunate because it actually went all the way. But risk before reward is the goal here. I'm gonna enter with a second strategy, buy position. It comes back a little bit deeper, enter a buy for a bounce of this zone. Put a hedge. The reason I don't enter buy right where it is now, if I enter here, my hedge still has to be under the zone, and that would, it's just asking too much for a profit, at least one-on-one, before it hits this high. So we'll see. It comes back to a week, takes off, go to a pause, next day takes off. That'll be the second strategy. Euro CHF. Teams method. That's already hit the stop loss, so we can ignore that. Now, we are also on a hedging, but in a buy, it's not hedged yet. It's could be a bit lower or higher. Looks like it's bouncing. See if we can bounce up there, and then we can close this in profit. With my strategy, now my strategy, I have to look and find out, find a strong candle that shows momentum. Right? With this choppiness and the giant wicks, this market on your CHF right now does not look to have much of momentum either way. So I would have to wait till price is clear of this area. Because if we say this is a strong candle, I wait for it to close, next day open, well, this is already established this zone for 3-4 days. Who's to say it can just bounce back up and down, up and down, up and down until it breaks. So even though the candle has momentum, the area there's a lot of resistance either below or above. That's going to reduce the probability of achieving profit. Okay, next candle. Euro JPY. Yeah, same. There is no. It looks like it's established a zone here, but it hasn't bounced. It's just going back and forth. And there is no other supportive area. Skip this one. Euro AUD. So there's another loss for team. It just didn't bounce, it just broke. Now, this is a strong candle. This is yesterday's. I would have compared some strategy right here and just pull. Now, I don't always put it behind a wick, depending on the size of candle. If it's too large, you can ignore the wick. It just comes with intuition. This method is not 100% systematic, so has a discretionary part. And that would be deciding when to close, where to put the stop loss specifically. Okay. So right now we're in red. Just gonna put one more comments. Alright, so this one's mine. We'll see how it close. Sometimes it just goes and bounces back and stops you out. For all you know, this whole thing can flip around tomorrow. Let's see. Euro USD. Oh, Team Smith, but oh, it's doing fine. Hasn't really bounced yet. And I don't have, also have mine here as well because of this bullish close 3 days ago. I mean, 3 working days already. So what we have here, we already had a bearish close. Oh, can actually see if there is a wick. Oh yeah, there is a wick. It's a big wick. Yeah, definitely a wick. So technically I should have wake up today, waited for the price to come up close to my entry and close it around here. I just was busy. For the testing purposes, assume my sleeping habit is not affecting the outcome of this strategy. So maybe closing this one. And for today, it doesn't look like it's going to be a strong candle on this one. Euro New Zealand, got two hitting it. This is also a strong candle, and the zone is right down here. So we can enter another one, and that's perfect. Which already. Alright. So this is going to be another entry. Wait for this one, see how the candle closes. Euro CAD. Okay. So yeah, the market is to check in the morning, see if the price comes close to the entry, so I can close it at break even. Reason being, I entered on this candle, was supposed to have followed through, it did not. Closed in the red, the next day strategy is to wait for a push up, close to break even as close as possible. So we can consider this one closed. And I have to wait for this candle close, but I don't think I'll be entering because this area is really kind of strong. And so if you go bullish, you'll be basically buying into this area similar to what I did here. I should have done around APY. Not much to see, really. The size of the candles are tiny. It doesn't suit my strategy, and I can't really call this a zone either. It's just candles are so small. Yeah, just stay away from this. Too weird. Pound AUD. It's mine and teams often looks to be pending. Almost reached mine. Teams method is still kind of way to go because it's wanted to issue. I just have to wait, see what happens today. If it closes an SME, then the next day I'll be closing position and break even if I can. This second strategy is working well. So we got this much profit for now. So let's see if we can get a large profit down here. Pound USD. Same, waiting for a bounce. Nothing happened yet. It's already closed into the red. As that, just wait. Oh, this one's okay. So it's starting to move. A little bit of profit taking maybe. Let's see how it goes for next day. GBP CAD. If we can push to this zone. Pound CHF. This is yesterday's close. I caught this in the morning. Would have entered the close of yesterday. So stop loss below the candle and come from 1 to 1 here. There's a slight possibility it might react to all these weak rejections and changes in direction. This is the level, but it's not a significant low level, so it's still not follow the strategy. Not good enough to say, oh no, can buy into the zone. Not a big zone. Doesn't mean it's not going to bounce. It just means smaller zone, less likely because less people see it, less people care for it. New Zealand. Okay, so I've got Teams method that worked here pretty well. Teams method only applicable when you go to into a zone. Similarly here, it could go for a bounce, but that would be for tomorrow. Okay, so I've done positions. Both are closed. Now this one's a strong candle. I would normally enter another one. Question is, will it work? Okay, get rid of these nine low levels more appropriate. Instead of gigantic weekly levels, would have possible zone here. Nothing out there, nothing out there. Alright, this looks more reliable. So we still have a way to go, though this can also be a spur bounce, but it's not very significant. Now I can't tell you what's significant, what isn't. It's just something just to see so many price movements and get a feel for it. So this would be our next entry. So if you've noticed, my trades are daily. I enter once a day if it exists. I don't go buy there, stop loss up there, take profit down here, 1, 2, 3. Um, well done. It doesn't work like during the time. There's no way to know the pullback gonna be this deep. Can be one candle can be insane candles. Never know. Impossible to know. So this is why I go on every candle. When I lose one while I'm still winning too. So I've utilized the maximum momentum of this move down. Can't see a CHF. Teams method. Okay, for me, this is definitely a strong candle from yesterday close. But again, there's way too much area of resistance around these candles. So it can literally bounce like it's doing now. It's just not very wise to enter here, especially when you have so many other choices. So let's say this. Can't JPY. This one looks to have something. Oh yeah, big time. That's a big weekly, maybe monthly bounce. Question is, if we get a bounce, it's just pausing right now. Like, instead of having those sharp wicks and dropping. Questionable. In terms of my strategy, now we're looking at candle sizes, and I can tell you just by the previous few days and few weeks that these are strong. This is a strong. This is strong. Weak, 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 weak. So unless it breaks down close with one of these, my strategy doesn't apply. See if Chef JPY, same situation. All right. It's also go NASDAQ 100. It was 30. Now NASDAQ 5 minutes. This is based on Teams method. Seems to be working well. Now set the timeline to match New York. And I usually put it around 7:30. So what we're looking at for NASDAQ, there's a big drop. So we isolate the previous day, and then we just simply take, it's on a drop, so simply take their areas of support or resistance. So we have one zone here and one zone down here. So this is from today. Yeah. Good zone here, good zone there, another zone up there. But we focus on what's near the price. So the options are, if we break above this level, we're going to touch that. So we'll be entering a buy. I'm not entering here. I have to monitor it, and I don't have time for this video. But we'll see how it goes. That'll be a buy. Not a big risk reward, so maybe it's not worth it. If it comes back up, bounces for a second time, you get a confirmation of this level and a double top. Failure breaking above this, probably going to push the price all the way down there to match that. So if it comes up here, fails to break, close with a big red candle like that, we sell these lows. If it drops here and bounce, we buy. Either way, just need to wait patiently for the price to get to one of these levels. US 30, we're doing this on 15 minutes. Timing doesn't really matter, but I'm just following what team's doing just to have consistency. So isolate today. Today, New York session. That's 7:30. I don't know what time those guys wake up. But it's not that exact thing. It's not that important. Important thing, break of a structure near these times. So we didn't have a break of a structure. I didn't trade it previously. We broke that structure. Now this time, either we have to wait for a break of this structure down, or break off this structure and buy. If we buy, potentially it goes up there for a retest, and if we break, it just kind of fall. We'll see how it goes. Okay, that's it for today. Leave your suggestions down below and let me know if there's anything I can do to improve the quality of these videos. Or have a good day, guys. Take care. See you next time.